Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm Cullum Costello. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to talk about a stock that ARK Invest has been buying very heavily lately. I looked into this one and I think it's brilliant, so I had to bring it to your attention. So, if you like talking about ways to make your money grow, then hit that subscribe button down below. It's free. Join the family. That's what we do around here and would love to have you. Now, the stock we're talking about today is AQUABOUNTY stock, ticker symbol AQB. First, we'll take a look at what AQUABOUNTY does as they're disrupting the food industry by bringing a product to market twice as fast as their competitors. Then we'll take a look at their share price, their characteristics, and some pros and cons of AQUABOUNTY. So stick around and check out the reasons why I think this one could be big in the future. AQUABOUNTY, leaders in aquaculture and biotechnology. Pioneers in on-land aquaculture using proprietary technology to deliver game-changing solutions to global problems. Committing to feeding the world with land-based salmon farmed efficiently, sustainably, and profitably.
I didn't want salmon! I said it 4 times!
AQUABOUNTY genetically alters salmon, getting them to market 2 times faster than the competition. This all started back in the 1980s when this man, Garth Fletcher, and some colleagues were reading about a genetically altered mouse. Fletcher thought if this can be done with a mouse, then why couldn't they do it with a fish? He came up with the idea of altering Atlantic salmon DNA to get them to grow more quickly. A salmon's growth hormones are more active during certain times of year, and Fletcher figured out how to make them active all the time by taking the growth hormone from an ocean pout, which produces a protein all year long that helps it survive in the frigid waters. He took the DNA that keeps those proteins running and connected it to a salmon growth hormone gene, which kept the salmon's growth hormone on all year long. He then inserted this gene into some salmon eggs and waited, and in the spring of 1990, this was the outcome. Twice the size of the traditional salmon spawn. Fletcher then patented his technology, a genetically engineered salmon that grows twice as fast as regular salmon while consuming less feed. He then started a company which eventually became AQUABOUNTY.
This fish is 5 kilos, ready for market. That fish is a long ways from market.
In the United States, most of the salmon consumed is Atlantic salmon, with the majority coming from sea-based farms in Norway, Chile, and Canada. This is because wild Atlantic salmon is endangered in the US, and catching it is illegal. Ocean farming is only permitted in a few places, so AQUABOUNTY is using land-based farms with their patented Aqua Advantage salmon, bringing them closer to consumer, reducing transportation costs, and reducing the carbon footprint.
If you have a fish that grows a little faster, such as an Aqua Advantage that reaches market weight in half the time, you can produce those fish almost anywhere because you can grow them in a land-based aquaculture facility closer to consumers, so you can reduce the transportation costs, you can reduce the carbon footprint associated with transportation. So this opens up a whole new opportunity for global salmon production.
A whole new opportunity that has ARK Invest buying AQUABOUNTY stock very heavily as they love investing in disruptive companies. AQUABOUNTY is disrupting the market by creating a product in half the time. They also have to pay a lot less to create this product because the salmon only use 25% of the feed. This greatly reduces their overhead so they make more money. So that's what I'm about, is making money. Real quick, let's just take a look and see what AQUABOUNTY stock is trading at right now. And here we are on Yahoo Finance under ticker symbol AQB for AQUABOUNTY stock, and we see they're trading just above $4 right now before market with a market cap of $182.541 million. Next, let's take a look at a slide that'll show us how big the global Atlantic salmon market is. The Atlantic salmon market, a large market with an inefficient supply chain. You can see their plans for their land-based RAS farming and how it has potential to disrupt the industry. It shows how this is a high carbon footprint because of all the travel or what they have to do to bring the freight or salmon from country to country or where the salmon needs to go to get to the consumer. The global Atlantic salmon market brings in 2.4 million metric tons worth $16.7 billion. You guys, if you haven't already, tap that thumbs up button down below. We're a young channel and YouTube doesn't notice us yet. So if you help us out by hitting that like button, It helps them show the video. Before you guys run out and buy this one, you might want to wait, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. There's actually a date that I'm going to wait to make a decision whether I'm going to buy more, as I did start a small position, a very small position, this one already. But first, let's look at some more reasons why I did invest in this company. I think it's very interesting, and then we'll take a look at some cons or the reasons why you may want to be careful of investing in this one. Aqua Advantage Salmon, better for the environment and more for customers. This is the enhanced benefits of controlled operations compared to the sea cage farming. You can see it has faster growth and critical during most vulnerable stages of the fish's life cycle. You can see it has the lower carbon footprint, greater than 95% water recycled, and reduced transportation to consumption. You also see aquaponics, efficient use of resources and waste utilization as agriculture fertilizer. There are also no chemicals or antibiotics in Aqua Advantage salmon. Now next we see biosecurity. This was a big concern because letting a genomically enhanced salmon into our environment could be very, very damaging. AquaBounty also has a decent balance sheet as I went through the financials, and I read the 10K also, which I do with any company I'm looking at to invest in. I'll leave a link for these in the description down below so you can check them out yourselves. Next, let's look at how AquaBounty stands up economically against conventional salmon. Here we see how their faster growth to harvest greatly accelerates the return on investment in farm operations. We see 2 times farm EBITDA, or earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization, and 70% production advantage. This is because of faster growth to harvest weight, improved feed conversion with 25% reduced feed costs, and they can bring these anywhere with their recirculating aquaculture systems and land-based, bringing it closer to consumer. Okay, so now we know AquaBounty brings Aqua Advantage salmon to market to the consumer twice as fast, cutting the harvest time in half. They also have 2 of these land-based farms or recirculating aquaculture systems, and they plan on expanding in years to come. This process has not been an easy one though for AquaBounty. It's taken them years to get through this, as they've been through some tough times getting these things approved. Let's take a look at some of the cons you might want to think about when you're investing in AquaBounty stock. AquaBounty applied for approval with the FDA in 1995. While they had been regulating genetically modified plants for more than 25 years, they never approved a genetically engineered animal as food before, and it took them 2 decades to make a decision. Because of consistent opposition, protesters sent about 2 million comments to the FDA, and nearly 80 retailers refused to sell GE salmon. However, in 2015, the FDA approved the salmon, saying it is safe to eat and has no significant impact on the environment, and found no biological differences between GE salmon and other farm-raised salmon. The next year, the Canadian government approved AquaBounty salmon, and it hit the markets there first, selling 20,000 pounds of Aqua Advantage salmon. However, this left some opposers in Canada outraged.
Do we have the right to manipulate the DNA of another living being? And I don't agree that that's something that humans should be able to do. We've had, say, 20 years or so experience in Canada of genetically engineered plant foods, and we really don't know what are the health effects.
Frankenfish is what we call it, because it is so unnatural.
One of the major concerns for opposers was this. One of these genetically enhanced salmon escapes into the wild, and now the natural salmon have to compete for food. However, this has never happened, and AquaBounty knows this because all of their salmon are microchipped. And it's virtually impossible to escape through AquaBounty's filtration system. Now, earlier I said I was waiting for a certain date to increase my position in AquaBounty. The date is November 19th, and AquaBounty is asking permission from shareholders to increase the amount of shares on the market so they can raise money for growth in the company. And with an increase in shares, the share price should drop with the dilution, and that's when I'll think about jumping in and building a bigger position. Now, cons to investing in AquaBounty. Maybe some wholesalers won't want to take in genetically enhanced salmon. Right now, they don't have to label it, and it hasn't been brought to the United States market yet, but it is going to hit the market by the end of this year, they think. Now let's take a look at a chart, and we'll see what AquaBounty's been doing over the last year. Here is the 1-year chart for ticker symbol AQB AQUABOUNTY stock, and we can see that it's in a steady uptrend since our lows in March. We all know what happened there. and they've traded from a low of $1.50 up to a high of $5.25. They're right now trading around $3.97, but things are looking good, building higher highs and higher lows. The next slide we'll check out will show us some of the competitors in the Atlantic salmon market. Here we see some of the competitors in the Atlantic salmon market, or AQUABOUNTY's competitors. We see Atlantic Sapphire there. They're a publicly traded company. They're trading right now at about $10.90, and they have a market cap of $761.3 million. It also looks like there's a few competitors down under farms to be announced and in development, with Nordic Aqua Farms, Whole Oceans, and AquaBank. Well, that was AquaBounty. I hope you guys learned something. I hope it pointed out a little bit more of what the company is about. I do like this as an investment. I am investing in it, but once again, I'm waiting for the dilution to build a bigger position. I do believe that even though some distributors won't sell them and don't like genetically enhanced products, they will find a good portion of this market and it will make its way into restaurants anyway. So, with that being said, you guys, I want to know what you think. Do me a favor and leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I love hearing from each and every one of you, and I will get back to you. Also, if you guys don't have a platform, there's a Webull link down below. Get yourself 2 free stocks or grab the E-Trade one and be able to buy any stock there is out there that you can't find on Robinhood or Webull. With that being said, you guys, till next time, I'm Cullum Costello. Hit that subscribe button, tap that thumbs up, and go out and get money.